So, for people, this is your first time here. This is Tongren Distance Healing, which is a methodology developed by Tom Tam from the Tam Healing System. But distance healing has been around for centuries and millennia, and it is where a person would basically send or share energy at a distance with a very targeted healing strategy. So we use a specific tool and to focus our mind, because our mind actually can focus and on a strategic area of the target person. In a nutshell, from a quantum physics perspective, it is connecting from the intention of our minds using biophotons, which is a transmission of informational pieces of particles of quantum physics. Or you can think of it also of from the perspective of Carl Jung, where we are connecting through the collective unconscious to another person. Our simple goal: open a blockage on the nervous system or bioelectrical central nervous system, primarily on the spine. So let's begin. We actually have people giving us their conditions on a regular basis throughout the day, and then we have them here in our chat, and we can also get those on Instagram and Facebook if you find us. We are Anusara Wellness. So our first request is for obesity, arthritis, high blood pressure. So we use the three-part process. We actually teach this on April 20. We have our workshop coming up a week from Saturday, an afternoon session, so we can actually teach people how to do this themselves. We use these tools. It's not about these tools doing the work. It's about us doing the work with our consciousness. And these tools are basically a kind of a cheat sheet to focus, to get things through, and so we can see the actual points. So we focus up opening on very specific points. So let's begin. We have a three-part process that we teach, and we will soon be putting out a book, and we're going to be asking people very specifically what kind of information more are people looking for. We're going to be having a webinar on how distance healing works. That will be using a biophoton and quantum energy perspective of how that works, Tongren, how it works. We also want to be putting out special books. So we'd like to hear from all of you here. What kind of information would you like in terms of books, ebooks, courses, classes to help you to learn more about Tongren in many ways, so you can be empowered to take charge of your life and be taking care of your life through your own healing methods. So let's begin our three-part process. Part one is blood flow to the brain, just as we teach it in our course. So please let me know what kind of materials. I'll be putting out a book on Tongren, how to do Tongren. Tongren is easy as 1, 2, 3, which is what we do. And different books. We'll be putting out a full book for the quantum Tongren explanation, because Tongren is a quantum biology application in many ways. So we work on blood flow to the brain, the sky window, carotid artery area. Then we work on command points of the brain, because this is sort of how we do our reset and initialization to get the energy and the two parts of the main communication systems initialized. One is sensory cortex, motor cortex for the nervous system and bioelectricity. The other one is the hypothalamus and pituitary for the biochemical initialization as well. So those are the two main things that do all the communication throughout the body, so we can figure all of this out. And we have another person on Instagram. Nice to see you, Lauren and Momashari, and beautiful to be you. There you go. And let me also pull up text. Yep, we have the text as well. So we have a message also from Esther. Yep, thank you for adding that message. So obesity, which involves the endocrine system, metabolism. So that would be the pituitary hypothalamus. And high blood pressure, specifically GV17, the medulla that manages it is the CRV point, cardiac, respiratory, and vasculatory centers, and pressure like blood pressure. So that's part 1, blood flow to the brain. Part 2, blood flow and nerve flow, our 2-part mantra. Blood flow, nerve flow down the spine. And welcome Joanna also on Facebook. So C1 to C7, our spine is broken up into different parts. C1 to C7 cervical, T1 to T12 thoracic, L1 to L5 lumbar, S1 to S5 sacrum. And these have different functions. The good news is each one has a different purpose. C1 to C7, and then we want to work on T1 to T8 for the arthritis, specifically. Reducing inflammation. And for obesity, intermittent fasting, plant-based nutrition, extra high hydration, cleansing. Colon cleansing would be my recommendation. First step, create a baseline. And we have a program for colon cleansing as well. But let's work on the microbiome. T11, T12, L4, and L5. So that's part 2, and then part 3, just to show you how it works. Vagus nerve down the front. GB12, CV12. And then grounding. Always grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. And we're working on arthritis, so let's work on some arthritis right away for Sid. In the ankle, T1 to T8, shoulders and right hip. T1 to T8 for Sid. Blood flow, nerve flow, that's our 2-part really important process. T7. And then the ouch point of the ankles. So let's do a shoulder release point for Sid for the shoulders and the right hip. So we work on hip to hip and the lumbosacral plexus nerves. Yep, and we have somebody who went to our class, which is great. Glad you enjoyed it, so you can do it, learn about it, how it works and why it works. And that's part 3, so let's continue on. So let me know what kind of materials or books you would like to be interested in. And there we are, cheerful individual. Yes, welcome. Wow. Okay, cheerful individual, we will definitely help you out. So for everyone, if I haven't mentioned it already, to sit, relax, feet flat on the floor, palms face up, and just breathe in a relaxed way. So let's continue on. blood flow to the brain, initialize the brain. So as you can see in the back, there is a biophoton canister. And welcome, Linda. Command points of the brain, hot flashes. Let's work on TV20 and 22, hypothalamus, pituitary, and carry. And for your interest, Linda, I did ask that question at the forum that I went to. She gave me an answer, and I need to figure it out what she said and translate it. But it all made sense. It's a little bit complicated, mainly because I don't understand all the parts of it, but it's on the recording. I'm going to get it, and then I will pass that information on to you ASAP. But she gave me a really good answer, and I think it will help, along with the Tongren. Command points of the brain. And then for Joanna, tap from my mother-in-law. It was a mass on her kidney that has grown. Digestion health. Aloe vera juice is one of the best ones. Let me make a note. So T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. So for any mass, castor oil pack, and you can even add oils like frankincense oil for any mass, castor oil pack, or anything topically, or it looks like a concentration of skin, any scar tissue, castor oil pack with yarrow for scar tissue, or castor oil pack alone, or castor oil pack and frankincense for every mass. So I put a castor oil pack overnight on the kidney. And let me know if you need to find a castor oil pack supplier. So I have regular questions people ask. I just added that section above, so those are things you can get to. D12, D3, and all the important ones. And digestion health, we work on the stomach, T9, and the microbiome, or the gut, T11, T12. L4, L5. But additionally, for the hot flashes, GV20. And for perfect blood and hot flashes, we work on the craniosacral fluid, crystal palace of the brain, transiting through the medulla, and down bones and bone marrow, craniosacral fluid down to sacrum 1 to 5, tailbone 1 to 4, and grounding to to liver 3 and kidney 1. And for Lauren, knee health, stress, and clear mind. So does anybody here have stress in our groups? And for Palma, you have piriformis syndrome. Do you also have sciatic nerve issues? That's oftentimes related. And we'll work on that next. So continue working with perfect blood, lymph, strong immune system, knees, stress. So let's work on stress right now. GB13, right side. So we're working on craniosacral fluid for perfect blood. We'll work on T1 for perfect blood, T3 for the lymph, and T7 for the lymph as well with the spleen. Spleen, managing bile, and liver. And make a note. T1 to T8 immune system. And we'll do a complete lymph tune-up before we finish. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And the ouch point for the knees. Stomach 36 for the knees. And make sure we do more GB13, clear mind. GB13 right side and left side. And grounding to liver 3, grounding like earthing, liver 3 and kidney 1. And how's everybody doing so far? Looks like we got 30, 40, maybe 50 people today. So, happy April shower to you too. G to MB, oh brother. Gallbladder surgery, meds, detox. So the gallbladder, gallstones. There's a great product out there for any stones. It's called Chanca Piedra, also known as stone breaker. And the tumor for gallbladder, I would definitely put a castor oil pack. And for any cancers out there, the Essiac tea is always the way to go. I think that is listed above. Yep, it is listed in the list above. So Essiac tea is very beneficial for all types of cancer. So let's go up. Blood flow to the brain command points. And do a couple more points. Blood flow, nerve flow for the gallbladder, T10. C3 for eyes, spring eyelids, eyelid flexibility. And we'll do some more for the knee. For Lauren, knee. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. For the eyes, C3 for the nerves, ouch point for the eyes. And C3. Yep, and let me just check here for people. So blood flow to the brain and then down the spine. Okay, so make sure we have Esther here. And additional, we have T1 for the bones, we have bladder 54 for the knees. By the way, for Lauren, kidneys relate to the knees as well, L2 for Lauren. Stomach 36 for the knees. Liver 3 and kidney 1. And regenerating the left mid-shaft humerus. So left mid-shaft humerus right here. That's the bone that I also had my own quadruple fracture. Radial nerves as well. Muscle atrophy, so we work on the microbiome, the gut, to build up protein absorption, vitamin D and B12 absorption as well. Liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay, and let's check on Facebook. We got some people. Mass on kidney, work on the kidneys, kidney herbs, kidney beans, castor oil pack on the kidneys with, I would recommend frankincense oil in the castor oil. And we got digestion health. So next, macular degeneration, so blood flow, nerve flow, so blood flow to the brain command points, brain stem command points. C3 for the eyes. C7, macular degeneration. So blood flow and nerve flow as always. So blood flow, facial artery, carotid artery, and the ouch point of the eyes itself for macular degeneration. Cataracts, remember the book, The Cataract Cure? I have it right here. Yep. The Cataract Cure, using NAC, N-acetylcysteine, to reverse cataracts issues. Takes a little while, but it works from what they say and what I've read. And blood flow, nerve flow for the entire spine for everyone. So the piriformis syndrome, presuming that's also causing sciatic issues. And plantar fasciitis, in an acupuncture office, they have these collapsing little mini platforms that can fix your plantar fasciitis. And down the legs, plantar fasciitis. So any itis, T1 to T8. And down, piriformis from the front. Presuming both sides. Inguinal area. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. Woohoo! And let me make sure I didn't miss anybody on. Oh, got one of my former students. Great. April 20 is our next Tongren training. Hope you can all join, and a welcome first time for Mari. Shout out to you from the great state of Georgia. So let's continue on. So next we'll work with Lakshmi for better autoimmune, both elbows and knees, nose breathing support, sleep, digestion, nose breathing is the way to go, especially for sleep tape, for sleep as well. Blood flow to the brain. And we have a new person joining us. On Instagram. Blood flow to the brain, brain command point. So initialize, just like rebooting a computer. Initialize the endocrine system, the biochemical system, messaging systems that communicate and help to enforce the brain wound connection. Autoimmune, T1 to T8. Elbows and knees. So the source, blood flow, which is vertebral artery, and then the nerve source, which is the brachial plexus, and then the target is the knee, the elbows, lumbosacral plexus to the knees. And just clearance, blood flow down. Continue with healthy cholesterol balance, sugar. Avoiding processed sugar will help that a lot. Other sugars are fine, like in fruits and vegetables, because they are accompanied by fiber, which regulates your insulin spikes. So blood flow to the brain. GB13 right side, calm and worry-free mind. Also for Lara. GB13 right side, and we get to the main part of the brain. GB19, 20, 21, 22. Brain support points, working with different conditions, even even autism, speech improvement. And I'm just looking to see. So we have a comment, the flashcards are great. So I might expand on that in a series of books. So it'll be Tongren, how to do Tongren. That's easy as 1, 2, 3. How Tongren works. The quantum perspective. That's the second book. The next books will be series by system. Oxygen. So for example, oxygen system for cancer, immune system for infections and other things. And then the cranial sacral system. So a series of books make it small, easy for people to get. So let me know your thoughts on what you would like in terms of courses, books, and workshops. And we'll continue on. GB13, good for everyone. And continue down the spine. Blood flow, nerve flow. Shrinkage of cysts. Definitely castor packs right away. You can even take poke oil, which is an accelerator of lymph drainage, lymph cleansing, cysts. So let's work on the cysts. Blood flow, nerve flow. T7 blood flow, L2 nerve flow, which will be part of the back problem for sure. T8 for pancreas. And exhaling down level 3 and kidney 1. So let me know how everybody's doing. And like I say, what kind of information. Mari is relaxed and happier. Glad to hear it. The flashcards are a good tool for people. So we work on autoimmune conditions, stress-free, calm mind. We got that. Acne, hormonal, and emotional. If there's any acne, a good thing to understand is we have two main detox organs, our liver and our skin. So if the liver is overly taxed by toxins, it will show up in the other organ, the largest organ of the body, in the skin, and that will get clogged and be in acne. So things like clay baths would be my first recommendation for something like that. And then castor oil packs on the kidneys, on the liver. So a liver gallbladder cleanse. But anyway, the acne is a symptom of overtoxicity usually in the liver itself. But we'll work on that as well. And we worked with Laura and Come and Worry-Free Mind, Bunch Abundance. So let's continue. Blood flow to the brain, and we worked on the kidney cysts as well. Blood flow to the brain. That will also work for Esther as well. Blood flow to the brain. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points, brain stem command points. Over here, GV20 for growth hormone for Ashika. Speech, the broken Wernicke areas above the left ear. Blood flow, nerve flow. So for Sanjay leukemia, look up the work for Hannah Kroger and the tailbone adjustment for leukemia. And in the meantime, also use craniosacral fluid, which nourishes the bone marrow, which is going to help correct the leukemia issues. And detox meds from chemo, okay. Blood flow to the brain, brain command points. Detox, tumor, ovarian, definitely put a casserole pack over the belly, just below the belly button. Done for the ovarian tumor. T1, T4, T4 right side, right breast tumor. All the way down. So let's work directly on the bones, spine, and brain. So that would be really good for craniosacral fluid. Crystal palace to the spine, to the tailbone for craniosacral fluid. Mobility, GV17. It's got a window blood flow to the brain, and we worked on broken Wernicke areas above the left ear. T1 to T8. Detox. Awesome. Sulachana, right breasts. And there are specific casserole packs made to fit on the breasts as well. Detox, T9, liver, and the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. Right breast, T4, focus strongly for Sulachana as well. And there we go. Want to do a lot of focus on that T4 area. And the leukemia, L1 to L4, L1 to L5, and then down, grounding always, liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay. So you see a common theme here, casserole packs, SEAC-T for cancer, casserole packs for cysts, tumors, SEAC-T, those types of things are really consistently successful. So let's do a quick check. Oh, let me finish one more round for Esther and for Mark. Blood flow to the brain and then right down to the spine. Hip and thigh pain. So let's start at T7, blood flow, nerve flow. Brachial plexus for the neuropathy to the hands. Swollen bladder, definitely a castor oil pack if somebody can, or just put some castor oil warm on the bladder area. Hip pain, hip to hip, and thighs on both sides. And the whole back, liver 3 and kidney 1. So how's everybody doing? Everybody doing well? Let's check on Facebook. The Zuckerberg platform. Yep, Dorothy will work on macular degeneration. We worked on piriformis syndrome. We'll do that some more. And make sure I got everything. Yep. So, macular degeneration, piriformis, extra S1 to S5 for the bladder for Esther, T1 to T8 for Esther for pain. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay, so again, let's see. Facebook, piriformis, macular degeneration. So, blood flow to the brain and mark COPD. So there are breathing techniques, resistance breathing. See if I have mine here. It is a tool which will increase the lung capacity, open up the alveoli, and bring more breathing lower into your lungs. I used it for asthma myself. Seems I had post-COVID asthma, which I fixed using breathing techniques. Blood flow to the brain. Carotal artery, vertebral artery, and spinal artery. So hip to hip piriformis area, GB30, also for that area. And let me look at something real quick. Macular degeneration. So C3, nerves for the eyes, blood flow to the eyes, carotid artery, facial artery, ouch point for the eyes. And Rachel, feeling real well. Sounds like a really quick turnaround. Yoo-hoo! Lung health, and you're welcome. I didn't get back to you about Friday. I will be there Friday, but I think you're taking a break. So let's catch up tomorrow, Rachel, in some way. Real well. Everybody feeling real well. I'm all for that. Great. Glad to hear it. Quick turnaround. Flow to the brain. Blood clots. So bone marrow, T1, tailbone 1 to 4. Left shoulder. So shoulder release point. Nerve support for the shoulders as well. C3, 4, and 5 for periodontal dental. C3 for dry eyes. I just got something for the eyes. I'm going to try it out. It looks good. We Love Eyes. They have a few products. I got one that's going to be a foam, which I did not plan on, but I will try it anyway. But you should look up the company We Love Eyes. I was recommended to that by somebody here just this very evening. Left cornea. Let's work on the ouch points. Bringing biophotons there. See my biophoton friend behind me? Where is it? There it is. It's gone. No, it's not. Yes. Biophoton generator directly behind me within 3 feet. transmitting biophotons for everybody here today. And we will do another full moon biophoton immersion blast for everyone as well. Blood flow to the brain, blood flow, nerve flow, pterygium growth, left cornea, we work on that. C3, C4, improved vision. Herbs like eyebright are really good for vision. Herbs, foods like saffron are really good for vision as well. T1 to T8, osteoarthritis for both knees. Lightheaded and balance, that's the medulla, GV17. So blood flow is the occipital blood, and then GV17 for the lightheadedness and balance. Blood flow, nerve flow, T3 for the lungs for Rachel, radiant guest. Also lung 1, lung 2 for the lungs. Oxygen capacity, phrenic nerve, diaphragm, CV17. Sky window to CV17. And hello Esther, and we'll work for Lynn, gleeful individual. Rachel, we can meet tomorrow for sure. Let me know a good time for you, probably. How about 1 o'clock? Let me know if that works for you. All right, let's work on this. Detox. Best detox is clay baths, clay foot soaks, even clay drinks. I do a 2-week clay program for extensive detox program for people. We send you the stuff. We meet on Zoom. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points, but detox. Let's work on the detox organs. Skin, our biggest detox organ of the body. T4, T9 for detox. T7 for the lymph, garbage collection, spleen, and L2 for the kidneys. Lead poisoning, definitely. Clay is a binder that electromagnetically attaches to things like lead and moves them out of the body. Also, lots and lots of cilantro in your food. That will help to detox the lead as well. Pain, T1 to T8. Don't be in despair. For your despair, probiotics. Hang out with friends. So if you're using the magnesium oil spray and it's not working, it should be magnesium chloride, which it probably is. So where specifically is the pain? So take magnesium internally and externally, both. For pain, there's a homeopathic called Pain Reducer 303, I think it is. That's a good for pain relief as well. Let's work on your pain, T1 to T8. C3 for the lungs and sinuses as well. Infection, T1 to T8. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Traumeel, Traumeel. topically for pain. It's got arnica and other homeopathic remedies in it. So Traumeel for pain for outgoing individual. Traumeel. So let's specifically work with cheerful individual. Let's blood flow to the brain. So castor oil would probably be a good option for those lesions. I would use castor oil and frankincense. C4 through C7. And let's really focus on these. C3, 4, C4, 5, 6, and 7. T1 to T8, inflammation, anti-Lyme. Clay baths, which are alkalizing. As we talk about with everyone, more sunlight increases more what we call fourth phase of water, separation of charges, basically building the body battery. We are a battery charged by the sun in many ways. So what online course did you have, Happy Mom, before? Which one was it? It was about 6 years ago. I think it was for the Tongren, because right now we already have Tongren, Tuina, TAM Healing System Anatomy, a breathwork course, and a cancer course. So we already have those, and we want to create some more through ebooks, print books, courses, and workshops. So we're just trying to get an idea of what are the things people are looking for. I know the quantum biology, I'm going to be doing a free workshop, a free webinar on quantum biology and how Tongren works. That's coming up soon as well. T1 to T8, endometrial peritoneal cancer. So SACT, sounds like I would recommend 1 month, 6 ounces 3 times a day, and then let it go down to 3 ounces 3 times a day. T3 for the lungs. T1 to T8, so peritoneum. That would specifically be L3, 4, and 5. And tailbone 1 to 4. So let's do L3, 4, and 5, S1 to 5, tailbone 1 to 4. Lungs T3, lung 1, lung 2. And let's check out our Facebook friends here. And hello, Tracy. Nice to see you. Blood flow to the brain. Yep. Okay. And let's continue on. SEAC for cancer, cysts, tumors, gastral packs, gut issues, aloe vera. Yes, cheerful individual is you. You figured out how to sign in. Yep, it's a little confusing. It's not written as friendly as it could be. Okay. Blood flow to the brain. Gleeful pal. Acid reflux. I would recommend a acid reflux tincture or apple cider vinegar or apples for acid reflux. Acid reflux should not be medicated with the typical acid reflux medication because that will reduce your acid in your gut. It's not an excess, it's actually a little bit of a deficiency. So more high fiber foods, hydration, exercise, all the same, but especially the acid reflux tincture from Global Healing or apples and apple cider vinegar as well. Let's look to the brain. Cardiologist appointment today and everything is great. Glad to hear it. Let's give a big round of applause for our gleeful pal. Good news for the cardiologist report. As I always say, go see your doctors, get lots of information, then turn around and go away and use that information as a bridge to holistic practices. Acid reflux, let's work on the stomach. T9 left side. Insomnia is T7 left side. Strengthen the heart is T5 left side. Kidneys L2. But again, the lungs L3, T3. Chinese medicine points, lung 1, lung 2. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. The tincture for the acid reflux is from company globalhealing.com, and it's called acid reflux tincture. Yep. So the SCAC, there's a link for it above, actually. It's the only SCAC version that I get, that I recommend. It is 8 herb blend, advanced blend, even tested by Harvard. So it is a 100-year remedy, originally from Ojibwe Canadian First Nations, who worked with Nurse Casey and then enhanced through Harvard and they actually guarantee that if you take it for 6 months and it doesn't reduce your tumor, they will give you your money back. But I sell it on my website. There's a link for it above. And yes, Augustina, hello. So, blood flow to the brain command points. And then tonsils, which I do not have tonsils. C3, 4, and 5 for the tonsils. And then for Augustina and Santino, 3 blood supplies for the brain. And working on self-control, GB13, and then any issues connecting to our 2 cells, the yin-tongue, the third eye, spiritual point of the third eye for self-control. Food cravings is oftentimes a mineral deficiency, so jump on some sea vegetables right away, or chlorella tabs would be a great option, or spirulina. The missing minerals will be replenished and then the cravings can be reversed. So let's also go down to the lower hips, hip to hip. But let's continue to focus. 3 blood supplies for Augustina and Santino, carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. the brain stem, GB17 and GB13 right side, the anxiety, as we all know. Okay, hopefully we can get that done. And then focus on the relaxation response for anxiety, the vagus nerve, GB12. So yep, I put a whole block of links above for common questions people are asking to order, so that would be the name. So I think we're all set. Let me do one final check for Facebook. And hello to Sylvie, nice to see you. Hello to Tracy, Palma Di Lorenzo, Kotowski, Dorothy, Linda, great to see you, Linda. And that'll do it, including, let's just double check, make sure the final texts are all set. So let's get a key going for everyone. Take a deep breath and relax. Breathe through the nose. We get 20% more oxygen when we breathe through the nose. Yep, thank you, Momashari. Let me know how Sid is doing. We can do some more things. Even castor oil packs, turmeric with black pepper, all the things we know. And then that homeopathic remedy for pain for anyone, Remedy 303. Charging the battery and filling it up. Remember, we are in a biophoton communication link in many ways. Okay. And do a clearing to clear out the space for us, and so you can all have a great day. Thank you, everyone. Be kind to one another. Have a great day. Hope you're all doing well. We'll see you next week. And still, let me know either by email, text, or chat here. Courses, books, ebooks, workshops that you're interested in. I'm starting to prepare some more, but I wanted to get feedback from people that I work with and meet every day on a regular basis. So thank you very much for your time, and I will talk to you next time. Blessings to all of you. Be well.